Well, very nice to meet you. I remember being very excited about this when you messaged. So I don't know if you remember this, but I will post a separate intro whenever it's time to do the episode. Like whenever
Uh-huh.
I'm releasing it. But for now, we kind of just jump right into it. So
Love it.
I read over your profile again this morning and wow, what a story. And I'm always like, huh, where do I want to start? And lately I've just had a harder time deciding that. But well, and I think it's just the caliber of the people that that I've been meeting. But um, okay, so you had this crazy career where you were introduced to substances that you became addicted to. But was there anything prior to that? Like, because when you talk about leading from your wounding being such like the biggest part of your existence and kind of where you went wrong, same. But like I haven't had this crazy career. I'm just framing it that way to not like get all into the whole thing right now. But um mine was all from, like, childhood trauma, and so I wonder
100%.
where did this begin for you?
Well, it's so the old saying, "Where did it start?" From the beginning. Bam. Simple. But we don't wanna hear that. We wanna, "What do I do now? How can I fix it now? How can I fix it now?" Well, unfortunately, in order for me not to use my past to make my future, I gotta go back to my past.
Mhm.
And a lot of us don't wanna do it because it's like, "Oh my god, I don't wanna think about that. I
It's
go away. I already lived that. I'm a new woman. I got this." It's like, "Okay, so how come you're repeating your past and you're wondering why your future looks exactly like what your past was?" I mean, it's like that that riddle. "Figure it out, girl."
And isn't it
But
wild though, like, 'cause I it's not until deep introspection that I could see the repeating patterns, and it was, like, the same thing in different font over and over and over and over, and it's just wild to me that we can be so stuck and lost in our own subconscious and all of that wounding that we don't see that we are doing
mhm,
the exact same things over and over and over and
mhm.
hoping for different
Yeah.
results.
Yeah, I mean, it's the underlining theme. I don't want to myself can't reveal itself to self, meaning I'm still in a protective state. I'm still in a trauma state.
Mhm.
I don't even know I'm in trauma. I'm like, "No, that happened to me when I was 5."
Uh-huh.
Because I'm protecting my ego's protecting me. It's
Yes.
protecting it almost wants to keep the pain because that's who I think I am.
Yes.
I've identified all of a sudden, it's not something that happened to me, it is me.
Yeah.
So when I my keynote is no longer leading with your wounds, right? It sounds like, "Oh, that's easy."
Mm,
Not really.
mm-mm.
Not when your ego wants to avoid pain at all
All costs.
costs.
It will do
But
anything but that.
anything. I'm like the five-year-old that says, "Go clean your room." "Oh, but mommy, don't you need help in the kitchen?" Like, I'm going to I'm going to, as we say, turn the other cheek, meaning I'm gonna turn my attention somewhere else, meaning
Mhm.
I'm gonna avoid it, I'm gonna deny it, I'm gonna defend my wound.
Oh my gosh,
Yet
yes.
but yet I've built up this character based on I'm a victim. I'm a victim of actually myself, not
Yes.
of everybody else,
Yes.
because it only happened to me once, but I keep repeating it over and over and over, and I'm like, "What is wrong with me?" How many times have you said I remember I was before I got sober, I remember I was probably 19, and I came upon Tony Robbins. That was my first nude, and I was like, "I'm gonna do that program. I'm gonna be somebody totally new."
Yeah.
Cut to day 2, I'm like, "Oh, fuck, this is so hard. I
Yeah.
don't wanna do this."
I'm failing again. I'm failing again.
Right, because I've already going back into, "I can't finish. I'm not enough.
Mhm.
It'll never change." Now, where did that originally come from? So, like I said, I can't if you wanna get your car fixed I love the car theme. I'm something big on a car maybe because I sit in it so much, but I see it as I am the vehicle that drives me to where I wanna go, but I never get there.
Yeah.
So, I call my car theme is, um, let's say I get into an Uber And I tell the Uber driver, which is my unconscious mind, my subconscious, I wanna go to the most amazing relationship. I wanna get the most incredible job where I'm paid what I want. Everybody thinks I'm amazing, and it says, "And let me check your credit." Well, my credit are my original wounds.
Mhm.
That wound of, "I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not enough." So it takes me to where my credit, which is my gas, my fuel, is sitting there waiting to be expired. It takes me to all of a sudden I'm with a guy that doesn't appreciate me,
Mhm.
that calls me names, that doesn't call me back, that only sees me when it's convenient for him. And what does that do? It puts back in my mind, I call it the reminding that you're right. You're not lovable.
Yeah.
You're not enough. And then I go, "How come I wanted to go over there?" Well, I'm not using the fuel because I'm using that corroded stuff that I gotta go deep down into my emotional basement, I call the subconscious,
Yeah.
the unconscious mind, and excavate it, dig it up, look at it, see if it's working where did I get that original wound?
Right.
So I think of, I grew up as this actor as a kid. I never felt enough. I had a narcissistic, alcoholic, crazy, batshit mother, okay, that was leading with her original
Yep.
wounds of sexual abuse, physical abuse, raised with a lot of money, but never required to learn how to manage her life for
Mhm.
herself because everybody was the helicopter mom was like taking care. Let me do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. And then she's exposed to this world and she's like, oh my God, what do I do? I can't be an actor. I guess I'll have kids. I don't want them, but I'm going to have 7 of them.
Yeah.
So her resentment, she keeps sending her wound to us, and she tells me that I'll never be anything without her. I'm
Yep.
not enough, that I'm not pretty enough. You'll never be as smart as me. You'll never be as pretty as me. You're fat as butter. So I'm getting all these inserts of her wounds, and I'm taking them because I'm a good little girl and I receive this is the only love mom's giving me. Gotta take it.
Yep.
And I brand myself. That becomes the first character I build. It's before I even drink. But I use this as my fuel, and I say, "I'm gonna have a great
Yep.
life." Cut to I'm, sitting in a shooting gallery, I'm selling my body, I'm hurting myself, I'm slitting my wrist, I'm overdosing, I'm placing myself in positions where I get raped, and I'm saying, "It's your fault." But unfortunately and fortunately, I got to a place where I was willing to say, "I am responsible.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be a victim, I wanna be a victor." How do I do that?
Yeah.
By going back deep down into my basement, one memory at a time. I don't have to dig up the old stuff. It's whatever's in my life right now, deal with it now.
Right. Yeah. Okay, really quickly, I've
Mm.
never done this before, but is there any way we could try without the headphones? Because sometimes when you move, it's making a thing, and I don't want it to be, like, ruined sound quality.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and I love what you just said because people and I guess I thought so too, but people have this preconceived notion that you have to spend hours every day until you're healed going through these things. It's just an acknowledgement that, yeah, that shit did make a difference. And God, I don't want to get off track, but when you said that's what fueled you, I'm like, yes. And I've always called it like I was fueled by spite,
Mm.
but it's like we just had this gunky fuel, this like ethanol fuel, because we were fueled by the fact that we felt not enough.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna work my ass off to try to prove you wrong and me wrong because I believe you. I believe I'm not enough.
Right.
And I like even the examples that you gave because it's hard for me sometimes to explain to people, no, you have the not enough narrative. We all do. We're all walking around with this until you discover
Mm.
it. And so whatever you're not enough for, that's the one leading the charge here.
Right.
So yes, I love that.
That's my
I just
Uber
but
driver. That's it. No matter
yes,
where I dri
yes.
what address I get to, it's gonna take me to where I think I am.
Today, I want to share a book series that truly meets you where you are. Letters to Myself by Jen Taylor, LCSW, is a powerful collection written by a New York based spiritual psychotherapist with over 23 years of experience. Each volume invites you to write your way through trauma, healing, and self compassion, from sexual assault and abuse to bullying and cult recovery. These aren't just books you read, they're books you work with. If you're ready to reflect, release, and reconnect with yourself, search Letters to Myself by Jen Taylor on Amazon today, and I will also have a link in the show notes.
Um,
Yes, exactly. And then man, you said it so beautifully because yeah, then you're gonna bust hell wide open to make sure your outsides continue to match your insides and that all the things that you believe about yourself, you're going to make sure the people around you reflect that back at you over and over and over and
yeah, my
over.
movie starts from here out, not from there in. But we live in a
Mhm.
culture where we think, if I get enough followers, if I get more money, if I get that car, if I get that house, if I get that girl, if I get that husband, then they'll see me as different and I'll feel different.
Yes.
But that's like magical
Yes.
thinking. It's like talking to God and saying, "All right, God, I'm playing God. I don't even know my ego is God. Alright, this is what I want, God. I want you to give me a great life and a great house and blah, 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 blah." And then I'm so infantile. I'm so in a hurry. I'm still operating from this little girl that says, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there?" And then it's like, "Oh, there is no God. See?" But what I'm doing
Yeah.
is I'm still cultivating the victim mentality,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say it's your fault.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I would have been livid for anyone to try to point out my victim mentality because I was like, "No, I am a victor. I have survived, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
Yes, and I was the worst. I was the worst. I'm so serious. Like everything was about me
Oh,
and
infinitum nauseam. Oh my god, I'd walk in the room
yes,
and it's like,
everything.
"Now what, Hillary? What?
Exactly.
Oh, if it isn't drama mama, here she comes."
Theatrics
Okay.
at all
What happened?
times. Like, I could have been diagnosed with every single personality
Oh my god,
disorder,
my brother
truly.
used to say to me, he'd say, "Oh my god, who are you in love with now?" And then he'd
God!
follow it with
Yes.
like, "What did he do now?" And I'm like,
Mhm, mhm.
"Well," 'cause I'm entertaining myself, right? I'm like, "Well, he did
Uh-huh.
this," 'cause I'm justifying it's his fault that my life is shit,
Yep.
because I don't wanna take responsibility. We live in a
Well, because you're not enough to take
no,
responsibility. You're not
we live
enough.
in an entitled, meaning I should have a good life, but I'm not willing to work for it. Meaning the work is not like I can read 1,000 self-help books. I can go to 1,000 AA meetings. I can go to 1,000 meet every preacher, every coach. If I keep going outside of me to get to know me, I already know me. I already got the information in here. But
Mhm.
I'm willing to pay and go and get so the way I work with people is I don't want there's this one girl, I have this woman that I work with, and she's like, "Well," this is you don't know her, so I'm feeling like this, and I'm really cut to the chase. It's like, "We don't have a lot of time here, girl. Let's
I'm the
I don't
same
wanna
way.
waste your time. I don't wanna waste your money. I want you to connect with yourself and this power greater than you. We're gonna introduce you to a God that's not your ego to help you have courage and strength to look at who you are." And she says, "You don't but my I'm feeling this." And I go, "I don't care about your feelings. I don't. I wanna see what you're doing." And of course, she hates me for 5 minutes. "I can't believe it. You're so cold." I'm like, "First of all, you're a woman. You're gonna have a glass of water, and you're gonna be a totally different person. Have a piece of sugar. How about get to the 20th day of your cycle? Now let's see who you
Right,
are." Like,
right.
so everything is going up, down, and what I do is I just buckle up and I get on this roller coaster, and I'm, like, exhausted, until I say, "I need to get off this. I don't wanna be a victim anyway.
Mhm.
What do I do?
Mhm.
I need to step back, okay? Here's my car thing. I need to put a bumper on my car." That's my pause button. Because if I didn't have a bumper and I tapped you, wrecked. I'm
Right.
wrecked. So I need that bumper, which is a pause for me to go, "God, can you help me see it differently because I am messed up?" And then pause and wait for that that intuitive thought that comes if we ask for it. But when I'm large and in charge, I ain't asking, I'm giving notes, I'm giving feedback, I'm letting you know what's wrong with you, I'm telling you how bad I am. And how can I change? There's
Yeah.
no room. There's no room. So I got to create a space. And I love showing you how to get there right now.
Yes, and listen, it's not I guess I'm hesitating to say it this way because there are hard parts, but it's like it's not that hard. It like to just finally turn inward
Mhm.
and go, "All right,
Yeah.
what am I doing here?" And I mean, all it took like I got my hands on one book and I mean, somebody explained it to it's really been this show, but to begin this journey of healing, a person on my show introduced me to a book that well, it helped me understand my shame,
Mhm.
and then it also helped me break down what my wounds
Right.
were and where they came
Right.
from in this easy little digestible 5-minute manner. It was like, "Oh, shit, so that is that feeling." My biggest ones that I was walking around that were really leading charge were betrayal and neglect,
Mhm.
and just constantly feeling betrayed by the world around
Right.
me because of the expectations I had created for everyone, and something I continue to get the deepest understanding of is because I expected myself to show up
Right.
perfectly, I expected that of everyone and every experience too. So, of course, if that's what you're expecting, you're going to be betrayed because the way I explain it to clients is I say, we're running around loving people in the way that we wanna be loved instead of just loving the shit out of ourselves. And we're creating this social contract full of expectations because we do believe we will receive if we give in this
Mhm.
manner. It's all subconscious. So then the second that, you've signed this contract in blood and then they don't meet those expectations, betrayal. I felt that every minute of every
I
day.
call it
Every
codependent.
minute. And then the neglect was because I didn't feel enough. So it's like, no, I need people to help me and they're not here and I'm on an island all by myself because I'm not enough to do
Right.
this.
Well, the thing is no matter what they do, it's never gonna be enough anyway.
Never.
Never. Because I'm operating from my ego, and it's never satisfied, sweetheart, ever.
It's always afraid and it's always in
And
shame.
that's the key, is the reason why I don't want to look at myself is I'm afraid of who I think I am. Not who
Yes.
I am, it's who I think I am, because where does everything happen? In your mind. There's a
Mhm.
thought. Now my mind's hurt. My mind is hurt because it's storing all these old memories. It's fractured,
Mhm.
meaning it's no longer whole because things have happened, like, trauma makes think of trauma, traumatic, tremor. If I have an earthquake, tremor, the tectonic plates get shifted. Now I'm no longer operating from that frequency that I was, which is God's God gave me birthed me, and I was this perfect little girl. Children are so innocent because they haven't been fractured or maimed or hurt. They don't have these principles, truths they live by. They don't have these
Mhm.
ideas that people have planted in their head. Good girls shouldn't act like that. Oh, boom. So
Yeah.
I'm now judge and jury. I can't even formulate what that means, but I'm like, "Oh, I'm probably a bad girl. Oh, I guess I'm a bad girl." Act out 101, 102, 103. And so then I create the shame that says, "I am a mistake." And then I
Yeah.
create a behavior that says, "I've made a mistake. All I do is make
Mhm.
mistakes." So I keep perpetuating my pain over and over and over. But the good news is you only have to deal with one trauma, one fear, one pain at a time. But what my mind says is, "Oh my god, I have so much work." What
Yep.
that's even overwhelming to somebody who's not has not been, hurt. It's a
Yeah.
lot of work, but they do it when they're not operating from that trauma wound. They're like, "Oh, I've got a big list of things to do. I'll just do one at a time. I'll get through it." And I look at it and go, "I'm never gonna get better." And then they
Mhm.
say, "Pray about it." And you're like, "Oh, dude, I already did that. God is not answering my phone calls. Trust me. I have given a list because I'm expecting God to be Santa Claus. He's
Yeah.
not gonna change my circumstances immediately. That's fairy tale. That's Disney time. Happily other ever after. Ugh, what a lie. But God will, and I say God, the sake of the word, a power greater than me, I've given it a name, other than me, not Hilary, because Hilary's operating from what? Her mind, which is hurt.
Mhm.
It's fractured. It's deformed. It's no longer the same wholeness that it was when I was pure and born. 'Cause I've got all this stuff that's happened to me, and I store it deep in my basement. Goes here and it goes,
Yeah.
"Hide that one, Hillary. Hide that one."
Mhm.
And so here I have this one thought becomes what? A feeling. "Oh, my mom said I was fat." So my feeling is, "I hate myself, I'm fat." So then
Mhm.
I get into bulimia. "I'm gonna fix it." So I was bulimic for 20 years. Trying to "What's
Oh
wrong with me?
gosh.
What's wrong with me? I can't stop." I'm shoving down the anger of, "I hate myself, I'm fat." And then I'm rageful, "Get that shit out of you, you stupid fucking fat bitch." And
Yep.
then people go and then it becomes my character.
Yep.
Sneaky, I'm compulsive, I hide things, and then it spreads into every area of my life. And then people say, "How you doing today, Hillary?" "I'm great."
I'm good, how are you?
Oh, that false hello. God bless me. Bless me. Bless you. And so here I am. I'm this character. I can't even stand myself. But I keep trying but I try another
Yes.
angle and I start manipulating and I start becoming this and then I say, "I'm got a new," and then I tell the world, "I found this new book. I found this new program. It's amazing." Because I'm trying to fool you to think that I'm gonna be different, and then you'll treat me different, and then what? I'll feel better. It's such a
Yep.
paradox, but if you just
Yes.
let the plates fall, just let them off. Just let them fall. You guys, let them fall and then pick up one at a time. So when I say I'm going back to, I got to go back to the original wound so I no longer recreate it and keep that wound alive and kicking, you know? It's like a petri dish that you remember when you were in science and biology. They'd put this petri dish and it's got a bunch of crap in it. I'll just speak layman terms. And I gotta keep the dish the tight. It's gotta be tight. Why? Because that's how it keeps alive and growing. When I go deep down in my basement of my fears, my angers, my disappointments, my principles, those things my mother told me, they're not my truths. It's my mother, how she felt about herself. She just threw it back at me. If I
Mhm.
expose it and I take the lid off, that's when I start talking about it. I start looking at it from different angles. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't say that. My mom thought that. Fuck, I don't even want that truth. What's the fear behind it? Oh god, maybe it's right." And I expose the fear. It's like, why would God make me this way? He would make me to be a total misfit and I start well, but I never finish. I mean well. I say I'm never going to say that again to that person. I do it again and I go, "Oh," and put the lid
Yes.
back on. I want to hide it. Once I
Mhm.
expose it, it takes the power out. It kills it right there.
Yeah, and that is not an
Mm,
exaggeration. I and I hate saying the same shit over and over, but it's been so wild for me the last few weeks to realize, like, even where I was still lying to myself in some ways about sharing myself with
right.
people, and, like, It's weird because on here, I could share anything, but, like, in real life, in real time, I have a very difficult time being like, "I am dealing with this," and so just in the last few weeks, I've realized, like, "Oh, shit, this is the biggest lie I've ever told myself," that that you don't share unless the person you're sharing with is capable of giving you something very specific in return, and now couldn't identify what that was, and I didn't believe that anybody could, so what did I do? Continued to internalize things, and now I've just been, like, sharing and sharing and sharing, and I never know why or when or where or whatever, and I just do, and it is crazy because just getting it out, it loses the power, like, it feels so much better,
Mhm,
and I am learning all of the things that I used to lie to myself
mhm.
about. All I needed to do was just say it out loud to somebody, and that I don't need to have expectations for how they should respond either. It's just getting it out.
Yeah, it's funny, we live in a very vacuous world, like, this is a very vacuous conversation, meaning I have a glass between us. There's really no there's a connection, but it's not as deep as when you see somebody in person. And when I
Right.
see somebody in person, I reveal myself to you. There's fear like I'm gonna be rejected because I can see you go, "Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Does that scare you?" "No, but you know what? I gotta go. I'm really have I gotta" and
Uh-huh.
you're like, "Oh, fuck."
I knew I shouldn't have said
Right.
that.
But when I go to get something from somebody, I'm always gonna be disappointed because that's my ego. If I go with the intention of I'm sharing it, it's still mine because I wanna throw it at you and say, "Take it. Love me. Accept me." But if I do it one little bit at a time, I'm also used to I call it the throw up hour. You go to a therapist and you're like, "Blah." And you think, "I feel so much better," and then I have to get back on the freeway, and all of a sudden, I'm driving your car, and you're an asshole, and you're an idiot, and all of a sudden, I'm back into judgment, I'm the queen, don't you know that I'm like, I'm a Formula One driver? Sure I am. I'm in a Toyota. I'm a Formula One driver. Shut the hell up, woman. And I've gotta start looking at myself, and, that's why I believe in a lot of, inner child work because I need to go back to that little girl that was really hurt. I was really hurt, and I have denied her
Was.
over and over and over. I've ignored her. I felt ignored. I felt slighted. I felt judged. I felt shamed. All those things as a kid, that never goes away.
No, and if you don't address it, you will continue to treat your inner child the way they were originally treated.
So I
That's something I'm still so bad about is, "Nope, we don't do that. Nope, we don't do
Well,
that."
that's when we
Immediately.
pause. There's that bumper on that car because I keep hitting things without a bumper, and I'm wondering why I keep getting in accidents and hurting and getting my neck hurts, my back hurts. Remember, body keeps the score, FYI. So, you know, I do all this stuff and I think, "What's wrong?" But if in that moment, like, you know, it was funny, my husband caught me I had dropped a glass in the kitchen, and his first response was what his mother did to him. "What the fuck?"
Mm.
My first response is usually never the right one because that's an involuntary reacting. I'm acting out what I heard, reacting. "Hello, I'm doing it again." But I pause so I can respond. It's a different energy, and I said, "Oh, oopsie, honey, it's okay, it's just a glass." All of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh, I'm not a mistake. I did an oopsie." And so that reparenting that I had such a shitty parent. My mother was like, whew, she's crazy. But I
Yeah.
love my mo today, I have utmost 100% forgiveness, and I love this woman. I'm so grateful the shit she did and didn't do to me because I really like who I am. I'm
Yep.
okay. I feel good about myself. I feel like I'm here for a purpose, not to get. I'm here to give. So like I
Mhm.
said, when I go into that conversation with somebody where I wanna I wanna talk about what happened, I pause and I go, are you available to hear some really painful stuff?" I give them an opportunity to say, "You know what? Now's not a good time," because what I do is I go and I throw up. They're
Right.
not pay I'm not paying them buck 50 an hour to hear my shit, okay?
Right.
That they don't even attach to it, they just go, "Check, still crazy, come back in a week." So I have to ask the person that I want to reveal something to, "Is this a good time for you to just be there, witness me, be there?" And, the great thing about having a coach that's not emotionally attached to you is they give suggestions how to shift your behavior so you can create a new experience and a new feeling. Because I think I need to feel good to do good. No, 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 no. I need to do good to feel good.
Yes.
But we live in a culture where it's like, I'm not feeling like it. Okay, well, I'm gonna change my feelings as soon as I eat a candy bar, or I go sit outside and put my feet in the grass or in the sand, or I take some breath work, or I take a warm shower, or I smell some great coffee, or I hear children laughing. All of a sudden, I'm like, I'll do it. So I can't go by my feelings.
Right.
Thought becomes a feeling, my feeling becomes an action, my action becomes my character. So I have learned to go to my thoughts, or my thoughts coming from my hurt mind, my memory bank of all the shit that happened to me. So I need to ask a power other than me, can I see that differently? Can you help me see that and know that my mom didn't do that to me because I want to be hurt and a victim? Because I get hurt, I feel sad, and then I'm a victim, and then I create a victim life as my character. So I
Mhm.
go to that thought, that original thought, because I can only deal with one thought at a time. That's what I wanna do. I wanna take 'em all on, deal with it now, because I wanna feel good now, like a 5-year-old
Yeah.
in Walmart having a tantrum. "I want it now." It's like, oh my god. The parent that's like, "Okay, I'll give it to you," or the parent that ignores it, which I think is a smart parent, because you're not feeding that fuel of you're a victim, and then you have to pause and go, "Oh, this isn't working. What do I need to get that toy? You gotta clean your room for 2 weeks." And then you go, "Oh, okay. So I gotta change that thought." So I go to this power bigger than me, greater than me, and I go, "Dude, here I go again. I'm thinking that same stuff. Can" and I have conversations like he's my buddy. I'm like, "Dude, it's happening again. Can you please quiet my mind? This shit hurts. Can you please help me see it differently?" And then all of a sudden, I look at my mother who tortured me and my brothers and sisters, not because it's all about Hillary. My mother was torturing everybody because she was projecting her tortured thoughts and feelings and memories. So I start
Yeah.
looking at it going, my mom didn't do it to me. She just, you know, she's like a pigeon. Okay. I'm sitting on a bench. The pigeon shits on me. Do I go, "Oh my god, why did you pick out me? What did I do?" I pull back, I pause, I put that bumper in my car, and I go, "Oh, that's what pigeons do. They shit all over people. I think I'm gonna not sit on that bench anymore." Boom! I've changed my character, I've changed my
Woo!
reaction, and then all of a sudden, what do I have? I got power over my life. That's what I'm dying for.
Mhm. Yeah, it's wild to me that we spend so much time in victimhood when all we want is control, and when you realize, like, the world's not happening to you, it's happening around you, and you're doing some dumb shit,
Well, even
there's your
take
power.
even take that you're doing dumb shit. How about, "Oh, honey, this is not gonna make you feel good. Let's try something else." There's the pre-parenting,
Mm.
'cause we joke around, like, I do stand-up, and I can just shred the shit out of myself, and when I'm done, I'm like, "Oh, honey, that was silly. That's we're just having fun." 'cause I gotta otherwise I think I am a piece of shit and I'm crazy. I say
Yeah.
well, girl, I can be batshit crazy. Give me a thought and forget it. You're like, off with your head. The sentence never fits the crime. "Oh, you said you're having a bad day, that you'll get back with me? Screw you, you are done, dude. I text you. How come you didn't call me back immediately?"
Oh my god, this was
I'm
me. That was
sweetheart,
me all the
sweetheart,
time.
I'm working, and the queen goes, "So? You must not love me. You don't care about me. What did I"
If you cared about me, I would be more important than
Right,
your
maybe
work.
I need to do more, 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 and the guy's like, "Okay, codependent girl, get off me." I'm being suffered. And it's so simple. It's so simple to shift and go to a power other than me and say, "God, please help me think differently." Literally, I needs to call on it, baby. I can't call on Hillary because I can't see myself.
Mhm.
Because 'Cause I'm seeing myself in that old wound of, "No one loves you, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not thin enough, you're not this and"
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say to my girls, I'm like, "Honey, that's your elevator music." They're like, "What do you mean?" "You're in the elevator," and like, "There's that song again. Put that shit on." So I need to change that elevator music.
That's so true. Yeah, and I like to it's crazy that you're saying to let me see something different because, um, that's very helpful for me too. I'm more of like a universe kinda gal, but so many times just looking at something from a little bit of a different
Yeah,
angle helps so much. And I had a crazy narcissistic grandma who was my primary caregiver on top of addict parents. But um
right.
one day I finally saw how alike we really
Oh, is
are
that
or were.
correct?
She's been gone for a while, and I was like, "But I don't hate myself." So, I can see why I've done the things I've
Yeah,
done. I can see why
that's
she's
where
done the things
true
she's done.
empathy comes in.
Mhm.
Like, I not not sympathy, "Oh god, grandma, you are so mess, oh my god, because then I'm being the queen and I'm using my ego, but once I go to my heart to heart, like, I need to see her face to face, right size.
Yeah.
When you're in your ego, you're either higher than them.
Right, someone's on a
Right,
pedestal.
and I do that because then we can talk. I think I have to be
Mhm.
bigger, or I think I have to be, "I'm sorry, what did I do? What can I do? What can I do?" I think that'll make me equal. It's so crazy, but once
Yep.
I look at them and I remember we mirror each other. There's a therapy called Imago where you
Oh, I've not
yeah,
heard
it's
that.
really beautiful, look it up. It's a really great way to communicate. I do that in my partnership. Where if if he'll say something, "When you did that to me," I just pause and I listen to him. "When you did that to me, it made me feel like you didn't care about me." And what I get to mirror back is, "What I'm hearing you say is when I did that to you, it made you feel like I didn't care about you. Is that correct?" He says, "Yeah. Yes." And then my work is to imagine what it must feel like being in his shoes. Boom, there's where empathy comes in. Boom, there's where forgiveness comes from. Because I
Mhm.
could see that when my mom I broke my arm and I was 14. I was stoned and I jumped off a cliff because I heard a car coming, it was a cop, and I thought, "Oh, I'll save myself."
Oh, no.
I break my arm, and I had stopped doing commercials. This is gonna give a hint into my formative years that forms me. And I jump off this cliff and I break my elbow and I go home and I say, "Mom, I broke my arm." And she said to me, "I'm not taking you to the doctor. You're too expensive." Wow. So what I hear is, I'm not worth taking care of. Here's my message. So what she said, the way my perception, hurt, 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 says, I'm not worth I'm just who cares if I die? Who cares if I get hurt? Doesn't matter. Then I get started acting out that feeling, and then it becomes my character. Hillary doesn't take care of herself, she overdoses, she throws her body around, she doesn't there's no reverence, there's no self-worth. And so what happened years like 3 years later, I went to go visit my mom because I was sent to juvenile hall for hitting her.
Oh, shit.
And, she was gonna remember, she's fighting me, she's fighting herself. She can't control me, so she's gonna be last word as she arrests me. And there was a part of me that said, "Oh, thank God I'm out of this house." I went to juvenile hall. 6 weeks later, she drops the charges and said, "Okay, you learned your lesson. Come home and be a good little girl." And I'm like, "Hell no." So I went to a foster
Mhm.
home. And I left the foster home because there was sexual abuse going on, and I didn't wanna be the other one that he was gonna have sex with. I was like, buck stops here." So I went back to go visit my mom. I ended up living in Compton and North Long Beach and living in a warehouse for months. It was good. I was living the dream, whatever dream it was.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm taking care of myself. I'm dipping SHRMs. I dropped out of high school. I went to, like, 7 high schools, you know? It took me till I was 28 to get my GED, but whatever, it's sidebar. So I went ahead and I'm selling pots and pans on the side of the highway, Corningware, and I'm getting $5 and I'm building up I'm like, I'm building a big life. I'm like, sure you are, ghetto girl, you know? And so I go back up to visit my mother because my little girl really wants to get maybe now she'll love me the way I wanna be loved. So I go back to
Mhm.
the incident. I go back to the scene of the crime, hoping for a different result, right? Because my little girl thinks, "Oh, now it's gonna be different." So I go back to my mother, I'm sitting on the couch, and I hear her tromping upstairs. I'm like, "Oh, the lion is pacing." We live in a big 3-bedroom it was in Lake Arrowhead in California in one of those A-framed houses my mother lived in. I go upstairs, I hear her walking back and forth. She comes running downstairs and she says, "God damn it, what are you doing in my fucking house? What are you here?" And she grabs my hair and she pulls it. I go into rage. I
Yeah.
take her arm and I snap it. I'm not saying this because 'cause I'm proud of it. I'm just saying I
Right.
react, I don't act.
No.
I'm reacting out a story that happened in the past because I hadn't made peace with it. I hadn't made friends with it. I didn't realize it was her sickness, it wasn't about me, and I break her arm. And she lays on the couch screaming and crying. This is how
Oh,
trauma shuts you down. Now I'm the controller. I'm no longer the people
yeah.
pleaser. I'm not a loner. Now I'm a controller. I got you now. I'm gonna show you. And I remember thinking, I could break every bone in this woman's body. It wouldn't take the rage out from me.
Yeah.
And she said to me, "Take me to the hospital." What do you think I said? "You're too expensive. It'll
Yeah.
heal on its own." So hurt people hurt people. So it
Yeah.
doesn't change the cycle, it perpetuates the cycle. And I had to really look at the character I became because I wasn't willing to look at my pain. And I had to be my pain, my desire to have a good inside life, not outside,
Right.
needed to be greater than me holding on to this victimism, hurt. Well, it's because she hurt me and I got back at her and justifying every single character that I had built. I had to go,
Yeah.
I can't do this. Something help me because I can't get help from me because I can't see. I don't know where to go. So I go to the universe, whatever you need to call it, just call it your friend. I
Yeah.
need help. Help me. Help me
Yeah.
change. I don't know how to do this. Now I'm at a leveled point where I hit the bottom on Hillary, the bottom on my character, the bottom on my anger, my resentment, my fears, my self-deception, my addictions, my self-hate. I hated myself. I would look in the mirror and say, "I
Yeah.
can't stand you," as I'm throwing up. I mean, it's just like insanity, and then I want a good life.
Yeah.
So my movie is I'm batshit crazy, insane, hurt, damaged, and I want to have this beautiful family. Fat chance, girl. No, but
God, you're so
I
right,
can't fix
though. It's
myself.
so
I can't
funny.
fix myself right now, but
Yep.
I can heal one pain at a time, one hurt. I can go into that and go, "Oh, honey, you're just really hurt. Let's do some self-care." I'm not talking about a bubble bath and stick a candle and give me an incense. That's not gonna heal me. That's gonna
Mhm.
set the stage. That's gonna make a pretty movie, you know? "Oh, I went to Bali, and I had a great time, and now I'm" the same person that went to Bali is the same person going
Yeah.
back home.
Yes, yeah.
So I needed the journey is inside me. I don't need to come up with these scenarios and read 85 books. I just need to ask this power other than me to help me not be afraid to look at myself because I really want to have a new experience. Because the real
Yeah.
Hillary is loving, is kind, is compassionate, is is empathetic, is sympathetic.
Mhm.
She's strong, she's courageous, she's powerful because I was instilled by this power, this supreme being, whatever it is, created me.
Mhm.
Who told me that's a lie? My mom did, my dad did, the schools did, my best friend, the bully. They told me because they were throwing, it's examples. I'm queen example. So you take a chimpanzee, a monkey, and you put them all inside a cage. You know what they do when they shit? They throw it at you because that's what they do. So all
Yeah.
for all these cast of characters, my little movie in here, all these cast of characters are throwing their shit at me, and I'm like, "I guess I'm a piece of shit." No, the shit's on me. I gotta take it off. I gotta be rid of it,
Yeah.
but I can't do it all this second. I gotta do it one chunk of shit at a time.
Yeah. No, you're so right, but it can you can be and feel and have magic and beauty and wonder even with shit on you.
100%, not everything, If you're sitting on a boat, not everybody sits on the same side. Otherwise, it'd fall apart. It would sink. There are some
Yep.
days I'm like, "I am on top of the world." I look down, I get to the top of the peak, and I look down and go, "I'm up here," but I'm looking down so I can remind myself, I'm gonna go back to the depths of the valley again. What am I gonna do to self-care myself in those scary moments when I wanna go back to my old character? Or might go
Mhm.
back and to my own hurt, my old hurt. And it's like yoga, you gotta practice it. You don't just say,
Yes.
you're sitting on your I say it vulgarly, I sitting on your ass all day long and I say, "Hey, will you do the splits?" You're like, "What? Are you kidding? I can't even touch my toes." You know? I gotta practice, so I get a little bit more limber, and then it becomes a habit, so when my mind says to me, I get on the freeway, and I start telling the guy in front of me that he's old and he doesn't know how to drive, I'm like, "Girl, have you looked at your license? You're about his age," and because what I'm doing is I'm projecting maybe I don't know how to drive, and that's where I say things, God bless you. Go ahead, dude. If you want the ticket, I don't want it. Go down, Danny."
Yes.
And then what I'm doing is I'm giving empathy. I'm no longer creating that friction that's just all energetic. And all of a sudden,
Yes.
I don't have bumper car day on the freeway. And I'm just given the gift of allowing other people to be who they are so I can self-soothe and take care of the little girl that's actually pretty pure. I need to tap into her,
Yeah.
not to what my mother said I was or what the doctor or the teacher or the friend or the bully. I'm gonna go to the original Hillary, which was pretty childlike. Like, I was magical as a kid. I
Yeah.
was, like, so
Yeah.
creative, and I'd pick flowers and, although I was late to school every single day, but that's that's a habit I've had.
'Cause you were off in little Hillary land
I'll
just
tell you
doing
what I
girly
was.
shit.
I was in wonder, I was in
Yeah.
joy, I was in possibility, I was in my imagination, there was no
Mhm.
fear. That's the little girl I wanna nurture and
Yeah.
bring her into the day that I'm in. So when someone says, "Doesn't text me back," because that's a big one for us. You know
It is,
we have
yes.
a weapon called the phone. We no longer use a gun, we use the sword, the power of the word to kill, to
Mhm.
execute, to maim, to control, to manage, to direct, love bomb, whatever it is you do from your wound.
Yep.
I can look at that and go, well, honey, what do you think he's doing? Oh, well, he's probably working. "Oh, is that because he doesn't love you? No, I think he probably wants to feel good about himself too. Okay, I'm going to go do something that's going to help me feel good about myself." Oh, and that's
Yes.
just, I can only treat this mind that goes back to my hurt tank, my my memory tank, and I can go, "Let's create something new. How about that? God, can you help
Yeah.
me do that?" And then all of a sudden I have a different perspective. Now I continue the love that I have for this person instead of going to rage and hate, cut off, miss.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I feel better, I feel different, and then from there, I can do an action that creates a character of like, "God, you're so easygoing. You don't man, I didn't call you and you didn't get all pissed off." I was like, "You're just doing your life, honey. God, I really wanna be with you more because you're actually easy to be with." Bingo. Fuck. Right?
I swear we're related. And it's also comforting to hear that other people have been raging psychos before.
Whatever. I'm not what I've done, you know? I always say,
Yes, but
"Judge me. You can't kill me. That woman is gone. She's dead. You can't kill me. I'm already
yeah,
dead. Sorry."
yeah, yeah, and isn't life just so like, that's the thing is that you do have more energy for the things that you're so in love with when you don't waste it all just hating yourself.
Yeah, but that's also the victim habit. I'm used to doing that.
Mhm.
It keeps me down so I can keep feeling sorry for myself. Self-pity is so it's so self-centered. It's all me, me, me. I.
Yeah, but I think that we developed that as our only companion because we don't wanna trust anyone
We're
else.
protecting that. But that's when I get into, there is a solution. Like I get into, the triangle of pain of traumas, a people pleaser, controller, loner. And I keep going because I'm always in this, oh my God, we're gonna die. We gotta figure it out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave me.
Mhm.
And once I get sick and tired of that, I'm exhausted. I'm not exhausted from the world. I'm exhausted by me.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
shut up. How many times you're like, stop.
I did that exact thing all day, every day because it was so loud
Me
and
being
yes,
me.
that's why I got to that really profound darkness because I
Oh,
was
it's the
like,
best time.
"I
Oh,
can't live like
yeah. I always
this anymore."
when these women they were like, I hit bottom. I'm like, thank God. Yes. Now we have someone to work from. You don't have any more
Yes, because now you're not gonna be resistant the way
because
you were
all
before,
your
now you're
little
open.
tricks and thoughts, you're done. It's like, none of them work.
Yes.
So I get to that point where I get to, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, gave me the gift of seeing, tasting, touching, hearing, smelling, right? They're my senses. That was a gift from hello, thank you. That's how I operate in my
Mhm.
world. But they get out screwed. I think to feel good, I got to hurt myself. I got to go get loaded. I have to change my spirit by the spirit of alcohol, the spirit of drugs, because I don't really want to be with Hillary. So I got to get out of here. Give me a new spirit. So I do all these things. And when I hit bottom, I'm ready to not do anything because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Thank God. So now I start seeing things differently. I start surrounding myself with things. I start going outside. I get into nature. I touch the grass. I touch the tree. All that little simple stuff that grounds me. Tasting, I start going, okay, maybe I shouldn't have like a beer for lunch. Okay, maybe not. I'll have water. Wow, what a novel idea. Weird. Who's that woman? So I start tasting, touching. I'm no longer grappling, grabbing, holding things. I start holding on to myself. I start touching. I say things like, it's okay, sweetheart. We're going to get through this. I love you. I love you. I love you. I know you can't feel
Mhm.
it, but I love you. Feeling, I start going to a different thought. So it creates a new feeling. And smelling. God, we don't even know these little these senses, like, when I go and I smell coffee, it used to be scary to me because my mother would make her a cup of coffee, and if I didn't do it right, she'd beat the shit out of me. So
Mhm.
now I created a new space where I make my own drip coffee, not Maxwell, instant. So I've shifted, and that coffee gives me, "Ah, this feels like home." Or baking cookies
Mhm.
or making dinner, or when I smell food in the house, it goes, "Oh, it feels so comforting. I feel so safe here." So I start tackling I get power over that. And once I
Yeah.
simmer down, I stabilize, I feel that sense of safety, I feel safe, then I can tap into the sixth sense, which is God, the universe. Now I can tap into a new power because I the only powers I have are these. I can't change
Mhm.
you, I can't change my past, but I can go into it and see it differently with that power. I can hear a different story. I can taste it, like, I can drink coffee now without going, "Ew, fucking coffee," right? Now, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
my character, which is my who I am, how I react in the day I'm in, changes. And then I'm
Yeah.
stabilized, and once I feel stable, then I can become a part of a community because I feel welcomed. I feel safe because no longer
Yes.
choosing for my wounds, I gotta hang out with mean people, angry people, alphas that are gonna talk down to me because that's my old paradigm. So now I'm surrounding myself in this community this I feel a part of, and they say things like, "Hey, it was so great seeing you. Are you coming back next week?" And I go, "Oh my god, people like me. I didn't do anything, I just showed up. That's weird. I don't have to perform to be loved. Weird."
Mhm.
And so all of a sudden, I get some real self worth, real self esteem, real self respect. And from that place, then I can get in productive. I go, you know what? I could get a better job. I'm going to try. I feel good about
Mhm.
myself. I can do it. And once I get to that place and then I get to work and I start or I go to school and I start thinking, "Oh my god, I'm adding to the world. This is hot." Like, wow, like I'm no longer part of the problem. I'm in the real world solution. Like I'm like in a workforce and people say, "God, it's so great you show up." I remember going to work and they'd say, "We love when you show up," because I would announce I work on movies and I would get to set all the time and I'd say, "Guess what, guys?" They're like, "What, Hilly?" I said, "It's the best day ever." I get to be a part of shifting their energy, and they're like I'd pass
Yes.
by them on set or in the halls, they go, "Best day ever," and I'm like, "Absolutely." So now I, feel like, wow, I really do belong in this work and I'm productive and God, I like myself more. I like showing up. I like showing up on time because they depend on me. Oh my God, I'm like dependable. Remember, I was Hillary in her famous disappearing acts. Now they depend on me. And once I
Yeah. Because you are enough.
and once I get to that place, then I could be of service and help somebody else get out of shit.
Mhm.
'Cause I no longer am living in my wound. I'm no longer living in the shit that I create every day. Because now I'm creating a
Yeah.
new experience, and I wanna show you how to get there. I wanna show you how to get to your source, your power, your higher power, whatever it looks like, so you can tap into that and this new healed little girl inside of you, so you can create a new
Mhm.
experience and have a life where I get up in the morning and I don't go, "Oh my god, it's another day," or, "God, finally, it's Friday." It's like, "Man, you didn't enjoy your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, any day with a Y in it? How sad." Right? I get up and I go, "Man, thank you, God. Today's a good day. It was a good day. Like, today is gonna be the I think I wanna have the best day ever. Can you show me how to do that? Guide me." And I'm driving down the street and someone rolls the window, goes, "Hey, what's going on? I haven't seen you on." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I get a phone call. It's the doctor that says, "You have herniated discs." And I don't go, "Oh my God, it's always happening to me." I go, "Oh, wow. It's awesome. I'm getting older. Thank God I've gotten the other choice was I'd be dead at 21 when I overdosed. I'm glad I'm here. What can I do to help myself feel better? Show me how, because I'm now teachable instead of a
Mhm.
victim." I have friends that like have back.
In a world where judgment quietly shapes how we see ourselves, therapist and author Jen Taylor, LCSW, invites us into something gentler. With over 25 years as a New York based spiritual psychotherapist, Jen blends psychology, spirituality, and astrology to help women, teens, and LGBTQIA+ individuals find their way back to self worth. In Volume 7 of the Letters to Myself, Jen explores how self judgment becomes our harshest critic and how compassion can become our greatest healer. And for families navigating loss, her children's book, Melvin and His Magical Star, offers a tender story about grief, love, and the truth that love never disappears. Find hope, healing, and gentle guidance with Jen Taylor. I will have links for her in the show notes.
Problems. They're always like, I go, "How you doing?" And it's the phone call you don't wanna take. "How you doing?" "Well, I went to the doctor again, and it's just my life." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I don't attach to it because 'cause I'm no longer codependent, wanna fix you, because 'cause that'll never work. I go, "Wow, okay, okay. Do you want anything from me? You want me to share anything, or you just want me to listen?" "Well, I can't do anything about it." "Okay, you're right, you can't, because you keep going to the same you." And then the conversation gets smaller, and I no longer feel good not talking to her. I don't feel elevated, enlightened, I don't feel lighter, I feel heavier, and I go, "Wow, maybe she should go find her likeness because 'cause I'm no longer vibrating at her level." Not a bad person, it's just I'm not connecting. So I start connecting with other people. They go, "I feel great, man, I got stuff going on, but, it's life. I'm dealing with it, I'm learning how to take care of myself more," and I go, "Dude, I get you. We are. We're we're together. We're connected." Right?
Yeah, I love it.
So,
Well, Hillary, tell us where we can find
um,
you.
you can find me I have a website, the first thing, and on my website, you can either book a conversation with me, or if you have any kind of speaking stuff, I can come out and share with you. On my website, which is Hilary, Hilary, Momberger, Momberger, Powers, Powers.com. And I've got ebooks in there. I have a ebook, No Longer Leading with Your Wound. I have Find the Hope Chest, which is all about you finding out there's so much stuff inside of you. Let's go find it. Let's make it
Oh, I
fun.
love
Let's
that.
use that childlike
Yeah.
spirit to find out you can do anything. Like, I have been a nurse, I've been a masseuse, I've been a graphic artist, I'm a fine artist, I write books, I'm an actor, I'm a script super I'm not done because there's so much more inside of me I get to share with the world. So, you can
Yes.
find me on that, you can email me at info, that long name. It's phonetically spelt, so yeah, I'm on YouTube and Instagram and all those young.
I'll make sure I
Oh,
include
you're
all any link that you have on your
yeah,
Podmatch profile, I'll put well, I usually don't waste my time with LinkedIn
yeah,
profiles because most of the people I know aren't going there
yeah.
anyway.
I know they're not there anymore. It's
But I
old
will
school. It's for business. I think it's for
yes.
more for yeah. Heck,
Yes, but a lot of people include it, and I'm like, "I'm not copying and pasting that," but I will put all your
that's
socials on
awesome.
there
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
website. I will include all of that and your YouTube, so,
Yeah,
I will
I do
include all of that.
courses, I do 6 week, 12 weeks. I don't want you to get addicted to me, I don't want you to depend on me. I keep it really simple. I really want to empower you and encourage you. Plus, I have a Facebook Empowerment Women's page I'm just starting. So I'll do some, like, some
Oh,
lives or answer questions or give you little
yeah.
but I want you to learn that you are enough. That
Mhm.
you
That you have everything
everything
you need
inside
right
of
inside
you.
of you.
Let's go for it, girls. Let's have a life.
Yeah.
Let's have I want you to want your inside life more importantly than your outside life. Because when you shine
Mhm.
inside, the world takes care of itself. You all manifest stuff that you're like, "Wow, I got this great job because I love myself, because I care about myself." You
Mhm.
know, I'm a magnet. I'm gonna bring in what I feel, what I think. So let's work on that stuff. So anyhow, that's how you can get a
I love that. I've had such a good time with you. I appreciate you so much. This was so beautiful
thank
for
you. It was
me.
really great. Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate you too. Thank you for inviting me.
absolutely. Yes, I'm gonna press stop, hang out for 1
Okay.
sec. Hey, make sure you've given the show a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening to if you haven't already. And check out my website, empoweredwithmelisahepner.org, or my link tree on Instagram at melissa.hepner to check out my latest offers or workshops. All right, that's it from me. So make sure that you check out the show notes for links. And until next time, let's all just keep swimming.
INDEPE and cut.